Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the weather forecast here by Adrian's Weather Forecast. This will be another update on the major warm front. I won't be having that many more videos on this warm front. I've already been posting on for the past 3 days in a row, and I have other topics that are not incredibly close from now. There's one system, there's a lot of rain, but most of them will just be U.S. forecasts as we get closer, and then we'll have my April forecast out and all of that. So again, we're gonna be seeing incredibly warm temperatures coming at throughout the 2/3 of half of the United States, mainly out there in the south central, southeast, and really the whole East Coast. We'll be seeing way above average temperatures. Not only are we seeing spring temperatures, we'll also be seeing maybe early summer temperatures as well. Again, guys, we can be seeing 90s. 80s and even seeing these 40s and 30s in the Northeast and Midwest turning to 50s and 60s, which is actually really rare to see at this time of the year, especially in March. Really don't want to see that coming until really April. And again, we'll be seeing up to 10 to 25 degrees above average for these areas. That's going to bring in dangerous heat, record-breaking highs. So yeah, be sure to subscribe, guys, and let's get in the video. So actually, I forgot to get my EpiPen, so let me get that really quick. So here we are going to be looking at, this is going to be what we're basically seeing as high as today. Like, these are going to be the high temperatures. You're not seeing temperatures, but you're going to be seeing exactly how much above average it will actually be by the end of the day, mainly the afternoon. So again, as you can tell, really warm east, as you guys can tell. Again, especially right here in the south central, we will be seeing closer to 16 to 20 degrees above average. Again, these averages in Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, again, that's beginning where these high temperature averages will be climbing as we go through the next couple of weeks. And can you imagine adding 20 degrees above average to those highs? We're going to be seeing incredibly warm temperatures, and it's going to be very dangerous at this time of the year. Not many people are already ready for seeing 80s and 90s in March. Again, also starting to see these warmer temperatures arriving to the East Coast. Really, yesterday was the last kind of type of cool day, and it's now going to really start warming up. And as we now get into tomorrow, this is going to be, this little really warm area is going to be starting to stretch eastward, and that's going to bring in very warm temperatures, close to 12 to 15 degrees above average out here into the plains, the Ohio Valley, and also seeing very warm temperatures into the northeast. And also southeast, we'll be seeing really from averages all the way to 4 to 8 degrees above average. So really warm temperatures, especially also Florida and the Gulf Coast. As we now get into later in tomorrow, we'll start seeing these temperatures getting a lot warmer into the southeast. Start seeing now up to 8 to 10 degrees above average. And then right here off the Mississippi River and also Ohio River in the Ozarks and also Ohio Valley, we will be seeing closer to 12 to 13 degrees above average there. And again, also going to see a really big warm up into the Midwest as well as the Ohio Valley. We will be seeing possibly up to 20 degrees above average out here for Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. And then out east of that, we'll be seeing 15 degrees above average in the southeast there. And it's not going to get any better. It's actually going to bring in up to 22 degrees above average out here into New York. Guys, we're going to be seeing spring temperatures. I know it is spring, but like really we usually still see 40s and 30s in the northeast, and obviously not low 30s, but higher 30s. And we'll be struggling to get there, seeing the 50s and maybe even 60s, close to 70s, guys. That's really warm for this time of the year. And then even by Wednesday, we'll continue to see this really warm temperatures out here into the southeast and Gulf Coast, and we'll have a little bit of a cold front, and that will really take back the temperatures a little bit now closer to spring temperatures. Again, we won't be seeing any winter temperatures whatsoever again until really fall in these areas. So there's no hope for you guys really seeing anything coming. Even if we have a cold front, guys, it's going to be still really warm, and obviously not going to be winter temperatures or even snow-wise, again, as you can tell. And then we'll continue to see that cold front. This is something I might talk about as we get later into closer to the weekend. That could be something really big that we can talk about, finally possibly seeing that chance for frigid temperatures into the west. Again, it's not going to be this bad over here. So yeah, this is kind of looking like a type of fall cold front that we usually see. But again, still maintaining quite warm. Again, not necessarily as bad, but will be really warm in the northern half of the United States and the Great Lakes. 4 to 8 degrees above average, really. Now we'll be looking out here into the European radar here, or not radar, European anomaly. And again, really today is starting really warm as well, getting close to 18 degrees above average. And again, that's going to be mainly for the south central. This is possibly seeing the worst of the heat route here, right here. And again, the east coast maintaining not too bad at a 2 to 4 degree above average, but this is going to be making its way eastward really, really fast. So, like I said, temperatures will be skyrocketing. Actually, fun fact, I'm actually going to be 14 degrees. My high tomorrow compared to today's going to be 14 degrees warmer than today, which is not really rare, but it's going to be jumping like that really, really fast. And honestly, I'm seeing 70 today, went up to 84, which is really, really warm. Like, I'm not even ready for 84, and I'm from Miami. Like, I'm not ready for that right now. And again, like I said, you can see that today we are seeing these light yellow colors in the East Coast. Now, 1 day later, we're seeing browns and dark reds. That's going to indicating that 7 to 9 degrees above average. Continuing to maintain around above 15 degrees above average. Very warm. And this little whitish brown color, that's where we'll start to see the threat of it spreading now north, south, now and even east. So this is definitely going to really become a really big threat. And that even by Saturday, not going to get any better. Still seeing really 17 degrees above average, and it's going to be really for almost the whole eastern United States. Really, we are having this really cold air in the west coast, and this cold air will be obviously strengthening this warm air. And as we now get later into Sunday, by early next week, continuing to see 16 to 18 degrees above average. That's going to be the worst of it. So if you live on the coast or mid-Atlantic, you'll be seeing the worst of your heat really in the weekend. And then seeing a bit of a kind of a warm air really still left behind, but not too bad. You'll be really seeing 3 to 5 degrees above average, and then right here seeing maybe 4 to 7 degrees above average. And then again, we'll have still warm air hanging on. It's going to be holding on for a little while, but it's going to obviously end at some point. But again, as you can tell, the worst of it will now be in the Atlantic, but still seeing possibly maybe 2 to 5 degrees above average. So it's still trying to hold on. And we'll have a bit of a warmer into the southeast, maybe seeing, again, once again, 5 to 8 degrees above average. And then we'll have cold air coming in. Now we'll be looking at what we're seeing the highs today. Again, I'm seeing around, I'm really seeing around 65 as of right now. And then again, seeing really 90s out here in Florida today. Our first 90s of the year, I believe, in Florida. Again, look at this. We're seeing 62 guys in Cleveland today. And that's not normal. That is not normal at all. Like, we're all the way near Caribou. We're seeing 38 degrees. Like, that's crazy. We are seeing close to 70 out here near Raleigh. 50s in the New England area, up to close to mid 80s and really low 90s out there in the South Central today. Again, seeing 60s in Cincinnati, and then as we now get into tomorrow, it won't be too bad for the lows. Overnight, seeing some 50s and even 70s as those lows, and then the highs won't get any better. Actually, seeing up to 80 for Virginia and Richmond, seeing 70s out here in the Ohio Valley, seeing close to 80 degrees in Kansas, seeing up to 95 degrees out here into Texas, seeing those 90s stretching to Georgia, seeing these 70s pushing northward. Again, really warm temperatures, and then not going to get any better, especially for Florida and the Carolinas. Continuing to see these temperatures increase, maybe even seeing 86 for Savannah, up to 95 for close to Jacksonville. And then we'll see that little cold air. Look, now we're seeing kind of normal temperatures. Now we're seeing these 20s back again. Now we're seeing these 30s and 40s in these areas that just a couple days before we're seeing 70s. So finally going to be seeing that cold air kind of coming back. But again, by Tuesday and Wednesday, we're still seeing this warm front continuing to hang on in the Gulf Coast, still bringing these 70s and 80s before the cold air finally comes back. We might see 30s in my area for the last time if we don't see another cold front like this really right now. I hope you got into the video, and bye guys.